The airfield lighting system at the Argyle International Airport has been installed, tested and commissioned. This was done according to the highest ICAO standards and was tested and commissioned by the system's designer Jose Ortega, an engineer from Hesse, the company from which the system was bought. The airfield lighting system is part of the visual aids put in place at the airport to aid aircraft safety. The lighting system is what is referred to as the illuminated visual aid. Lighting is intended to increase situational awareness for pilots and others operating on airfield movement areas. Having substandard visual aids may increase the risk of runway incursions and decrease safety for the flying public. The components of the airfield lighting system at Argyle are as follows. Simple approach lighting system, medium intensity runway border lights, threshold and runway end lights, precision approach path indicator PAPI at the main landing end 04. PAPI system at the other runway end for operations at that runway the 022. Taxi border lights, guidance system for landing and taxiing. Wind direction indicators at either end of the runway, that's the wind cones. Aerodrome beacon on the roof of the ATC tower. Obstruction beacons will be placed at the elevations declared as obstacles for air navigation. Apron floodlights. Runway lighting substation, which would contain the constant current regulators and the emergency backup generators. Runway lighting monitoring control system. A substation for airfield lighting and air traffic control tower services was constructed. This is where the equipment that feeds the system navigational aids will be located. Taking into account ICAO requirements, primary power supply from the electricity supply company, Vinlec, and secondary supplies using 2 emergency generators have been provided. This ensures that there are 3 independent sources of electricity providing a reliable electrical supply. The man responsible for ensuring that AIA has the best airfield lighting system is a Cuban engineer by the name of Filberto Gonzalez Iglesias, who, along with Vincentian electrical engineer Jose Graves, made a formidable team to ensure that AIA's system was properly installed. Filberto has now come to the end of his tour of duty in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and has since returned to Cuba. Before leaving SPG recently, he sat down with Kosan Weeks of the IADC's communication department to look back at his time at IADC.
How long has it been since you've been at the IADC?
¿Cuánto tiempo ha sido trabajando con la compañía la IADC?
Bueno, un poco más de 5 años trabajando aquí.
It's been a little more than 5 years since I've been working here.
And when you were here, what were you responsible for?
Y durante el tiempo que estaba trabajando con la compañía, ¿cuál fue su responsabilidad?
Cuando llegué en 2010 hasta el 2013, fui jefe de proyecto.
When I came here in 2010 to 2013, I was the head of the design team.
And what was the most challenging part of that for you?
¿Cuál fue de los trabajos que tenía que hacer? ¿Cuál fue los retos?
Bueno, los retos era primero proyectar, ¿no? O sea, los proyectos necesarios para la construcción del aeropuerto.
The first challenge was the designs, all the designs necessary for the construction of the airports. That was the biggest challenge.
Después era darle seguimiento a la ejecución de los proyectos.
And after that was to give continuity to all of the different projects, different areas of work that we were working on.
Y, o sea, que los proyectos se ejecutaron con la calidad necesaria.
And to secure, to ensure that the different tasks that we're doing was done with quality.
Esa fue en la primera etapa que estuve como jefe de proyecto.
And that's in the first stage when I was here as the head for the design team.
What would you say is the highlight of your tour of duty here?
¿Cuál puede decir fue el más destacado de los trabajos cuando tú estabas aquí en San Vicente?
Bueno, realmente la especialidad mía, ¿no? Que fue lo que vine a proyectar, que es la iluminación de pista, ¿no?
Really, my specialty is what I came to do on design or work in design team. Is as it deals with the lighting of the runway.
El reto fue desde que empezamos el proyecto hasta concluir, ¿no? Que ya tenemos el sistema de iluminación de pista operativo.
The challenge was basically from the start to the finish is to basically have the lighting system of the airport operational, which we have done.
Fue un trabajo muy grande, ¿no?
It was a very great task.
Porque realmente es un proyecto muy grande.
Because it's a big project.
Y un proyecto prácticamente ejecutado con personal de aquí de San Vicente.
And this part of the project was actually executed with mostly Vincentian workers.
Tuvimos que preparar un grupo de jóvenes para ejecutar este proyecto.
We had to prepare a group of young people to be able to execute the works in this department.
El final de la preparación fue muy efectivo, ¿no? Porque logramos prender el sistema de iluminación de pista, logramos que viniera fábrica a hacer las pruebas de fábrica aquí en San Vicente y los resultados fueron muy buenos.
The results of this is that we were able to prepare a very good young team of intentional workers in lighting of a runway, and we were able to do this and complete the lighting which we tested, and we were also able to bring a team of persons from the company that supplied the lighting system from Spain to St. Vincent, and they tested it and everything worked well.
Paralelamente a esto se suma el trabajo de la ingeniera eléctrica de aquí de San Vicente que estaba trabajando conmigo.
And also for this stage as well, we have the Vincentian electrical engineer who has been working along with me.
Que el trabajo fue muy bueno, muy positivo y que en estos momentos ya ella está al frente de ese team de trabajo.
And really the work has been done very well. We've worked very well together, and at this present moment she's the person who's in charge of the electrical team.
Looking back, is there anything you would have done differently?
Mirando hacia atrás, ¿hay algo que puede hacer diferente o que quería hacer diferente?
Bueno, siempre cuando uno pasa años en su vida trabajando en un lugar, ¿no?
Generally, after you've passed some time working in a particular area,
siempre uno va aprendiendo cosas nuevas, ¿no?
You always learn new things.
Y yo pienso que ambos hemos aprendido, ¿no? Yo de los vicentinos de mí, ¿no?
What I think is that I've learned from the Vincentian, and the Vincentian as well have learned from me.
Porque siempre mi política fue no que ellos hicieran lo que yo decía, ¿no? Sino que ellos hicieran lo que entendían que yo les estaba explicando, ¿no?
The situation for me with them is that I never just only wanted them to do what I said, but I wanted them to do what they understand. I want them to understand what I was telling them to do.
Y siempre su opinión en un trabajo que estábamos haciendo era válida también.
And always their opinion in whatever we're doing was very valuable to me as well.
Por eso pienso que esto también ha sido una escuela para mí.
And this is why I think this has also been a school, a learning experience for me.
Y como especialista me voy fortalecido de aquí, ¿no? En ese sentido.
As a specialist, I'm leaving here even more strengthened.
Ha sido, creo, un trabajo en equipo muy grande.
I think this has been a work that we've done, a group work that we've done together, a very great group work.
Knowing that there's a language barrier between the Cubans and the Vincentians, was it difficult working with persons who don't speak your native language?
Conociendo que hay una barrera de idioma entre los cubanos y los vicentinos, ¿ha enfrentado una barrera trabajando con los vicentinos?
Bueno, siempre el idioma es una barrera, pero al final llega el momento que solamente con mirarnos comprendemos lo que queremos, ¿no?
He said that generally it's always, language is always a barrier. But we reached the point where I would look at them and they would understand what I wanted them to do.
Okay. Do you see yourself coming back to St. Vincent even if it's for holidays?
Puede ver que quiere regresar, por ejemplo, en el futuro hasta que sea para una vacación.
Sí, puede ser. Para mí San Vicente siempre se va a quedar en mi corazón. Es parte de mi vida que he estado aquí, ¿no?
For me, St. Vincent will always be in my heart. It's part of my life.
Tengo recuerdos muy bellos de este país.
I have very good, beautiful memories of St. Vincent.
Y dejo muchos amigos aquí también.
And I am leaving a lot of friends here as well.
To carry on and maintain the system at Argyle International Airport, Filberto leaves behind a team of electricians headed by electrical engineer Josette Graves, who has received in-house training in installation, operation and maintenance of the airfield lighting systems from the engineer responsible for this component. They also received training when HESI came to commission the equipment. This is all for tonight, folks. We'll see you again next time.